Right. Our next question comes from Sunny Shahs, and he says the best approach for a low SHBG guy, or sex hormone binding globulin guy. Now, I would have, in my opinion, I would think this is good, but what do you think? Low SHBG, that means less testosterone is being bound, right?
Yeah, but some people...
Explain it to a layman like me.
Right. So some people who first get diagnosed with low testosterone, they also tend to have low SHBG. I've been doing this backwards all week. Because they might have a metabolic syndrome issue.
What is that?
So maybe insulin resistance, the body isn't, the metabolism isn't quite where it should be. They call it metabolic syndrome, and that's linked into low testosterone. Mm-hmm. So these men are very sensitive, hypersensitive almost, to big fluctuations in testosterone, and in particular the conversion into estradiol. They can be more sensitive to it. So traditionally for them, a lower dose more frequently is better, but also
a lower dose
of testosterone more frequently is better. But I've also seen people do just fine with the lower SHBG at once a week with like 125 milligrams of testosterone. It's incredible. So the rule of the short frequent dosings, it doesn't always match up. But SHBG is one of these things where if they have a lower SHBG, in general, you can do better with something like a scrotal cream, because now you've got frequent applications, you get really good levels, and it kind of helps not get too much estradiol if it's done like once a day with a scrotal cream.
And so what are the negative things of both a lower, the negative consequences of both a low SHBG or alternatively a high SHBG? What's the difference?
A higher SHBG, as we age or exposure to environmental estrogens or toxins, your SHBG can climb. Sometimes if you have hyperthyroidism, or if you have too much of your liothyronine T3 medication, it will elevate your SHBG. And I suppose that's a good thing in some cases. If you've got a very low SHBG, if you're on like liothyronine T3 medication, you can increase it by about 10 points. So then now you're going to be more normal, average.
Yeah.
Too much SHBG, it's a real shame for some people, because they can come to us and have levels of 40 or 27 or 28, but their SHBG might be 65 or 68.
And if you have a high SHBG, that
you get a low free testosterone level, so you get less free out of the system.
So, sorry to interrupt. So basically, you may have high total testosterone, but if you have high SHBG, that will sort of bind to that testosterone, and so your free testosterone is lower than
it's very low, and you're going to have all the symptoms. Okay. So there have been a lot of men that have come through in the past that have higher levels in the 20s, some even in just under 30. Total. Yeah. But the SHBG was 100. Okay. And when the calculated free testosterone's done, it's like less than 0.25 or 0.225, or anything less than 0.3 isn't ideal. Considering a healthy 23-year-old in the median range is like 0.45, 0.46, and the more gifted ones in the 95th percentile are more like 0.8, 0.9 in the free testosterone. And so the more free testosterone to a point you've got, the more active your testosterone is going to be. If it's all bound up, it's not reaching your tissues, it's not doing what it's supposed to be, you might as well have a low number of total.
Yeah. Do you think this is why a lot of guys will have tests done on only total testosterone and will be fairly high, and they don't understand why they still have symptoms? It's because they're not testing SHBG and the free testosterone. Yes,
and that's why we have a test on our website, just as a little screening test that you can go and you can look at it, and it's only $35.95, and you just order it, and you get the total SHBG and the calculated free. Yeah,
that's what I tell guys on the channel also. Like, they come and they say, "Oh, my total is this. I'm having these symptoms." I say, please just first go and get your SHBG and your free testosterone tested, because that's the more important one. That's the one that your body's actually using.
Yeah, and that's the one we recommend. This is why we don't. People in the past, some doctors said, "Oh, just put a very low cost total testosterone test out there." We're like, no, it doesn't tell us the whole picture. We'll miss people if we just do that. So we've always put all three on the test, and that's, like I said, one of the tests that we've got that you have easy access to through our website, and you can order it whenever you want.
Okay, now for this guy who says he's best approach for a low SHBG guy, what is the best approach? What should he do, or what should people do if they have low SHBG?
Here's the problem with SHBG guys, because
should they be trying to elevate it, or?
Well, you want to use smaller doses of testosterone more frequently. Okay. and you want to also have a healthy lifestyle to kind of bring it up.
Of course.
You could also investigate if he's got any issues with low thyroid condition, and if he does, or it might be beneficial if he's on levothyroxine and levothyronine. It would bring up that number because it's kind of like regulating the metabolism, and that can help. There are other things that might help, but some people are just stuck at suppressed. So testosterone itself will bring down the SHBG further, but lower SHBG on testosterone might just be an artifact of being on the testosterone. It might not be metabolic syndrome. So one way to kind of match and feel better, and even Dr. Criswell used to recommend this with low SHBG, is a smaller, more frequent injections. The problem we've got here compared to America is they've got multi-dose vials, we don't. So how low do you go? The easiest way to do it is maybe a topical scrotal cream. It works really well for a lot of men.
And I've heard good things about the new creams that are coming out. Like they've been getting pretty positive reviews in the community in general.
Yeah,
from the doctors.
It's nothing new. I've used it 20 years ago.
So it's not new formula.
Well, there's different formulations. So I used a PLO-based cream. There's some VersaPro-based creams. There's some plant-based, really good plant-based creams. They're very highly absorbable that we're using. So we use all these. Everything's on the table. Everything we can have for the patient based on what they need. But we've seen some really good levels in the patients that have used creams, like really good, more than you sometimes see on the.
I heard on the injections. Yeah.
And you're getting a little bit every day. And men feel really good from it. So if it suits their lifestyle, creams are absolutely fine. You use it once or twice a day, and you get nice levels, and it satisfies that problem with the low SHBG.
Cool. Well, that is Sunny Shah's question. So I hope you found that helpful.